everyone. Bit out of breath. It's been a while since I've dropped the bike. Just been trying to lift it. It's quite a hefty place. So I've just been coming up this quite rocky lane and there's loads of sort of sideways rock which is super slippery, and it just went over on me. So got the bike down. I've tried to lift it up once. It was actually more across the path, but it is really quite heavy, especially facing uphill and with slippery underfoot. So I've moved it around. I'm going to try lifting it again, see what happens. If it doesn't, I got a really good tip from somebody who was watching about carrying a ratchet strap. So I've just been looking at branches and things and trees, and hopefully I won't need it, but we'll see and see what happens. So the really crazy thing, I was nearly at the top. It's not a lane I've done before. I just thought I'd give it a shot, and I usually walk them. Stupidly didn't walk this one, so I feel a bit foolish, but actually I think I've still tried it. There's a lot of rock like this around with that sort of really slippery sideways cut on it. So let's try and get the bike back up. So I try and do it forwards. Right, so that's the bike up. Just need to get it out of the way now. So I do carry ratchet straps, and there's some branches behind which I probably could have used to get it up. Fortunately I didn't need that. But if you remember that video about Adam, you know, he's not quite as big as me, and he struggled to get the bike up, you know, even on flat surface. So I think it's really important that you feel that you're fit enough and strong enough to get your bike up, especially if you're going on your own like I do. I mean, I go out all the time on my own. So just good to know you've got that strength and flexibility to get the bike up when you need to. It's like one of those exercises, isn't it, where you walk around the bike. Right, I think we're going to try and walk it up now. So let's let the clutch out and it slipped all the way down. Okay, that didn't work. So it was just too slippery, there was no grip at all. So it looks like I might have to sit on it. If the worst comes to the worst, I'm gonna have to turn it round and go back down again. Right, so really knackered now. Not dropped a bike like this in such a difficult place for a while, so it's proving to be quite a difficult recovery. Managed to get it up again. Dropped another couple of times. The back wheels just slid out on this really slippery rock. So got it upright. Going to stick my helmet on and see if I can actually sit on it and get it up the hill. Just get a bit more weight on that back wheel and see what happens. Right, that's not working. Need another plan. Right, we're getting nowhere trying to go uphill. It's so slippery, I nearly just slipped over then. So I'm going to try and turn the bike around and go back down. Still super slippery, but we'll see anyway. Yeah, definitely a bit of an epic here, but we will get there. Just to show you a bit closer, this is what the surface is like all the way across. So it's this rock which is damp and greasy, or it's rock with mud on, which is really tough. So I think I found my limit today. Right, got the bike upright. Just do a quick check over damage, a bit of water, and then try and get back down this super slippery hill. So it's like anything like this, you get really psyched out when something like this happens. It makes you worry, and that makes you not relax, and then that makes it all go a bit wrong again. So just going to need to chill out for a minute, relax, and then try getting back downhill. Right, so time to get on and see if we can get back down, see what happens. Interestingly, found the clutch lever had come up a bit. It actually bent upwards, not sure how, it might be my hand, but it caused a bit of trouble. But it did its job. It went all the way back and it's nice and loose. Right, let's go. Well, gravity's good. Much easier coming back down. I was really scared there. Well, not scared, but just super nervous at what was going to happen. Right, so I've calmed down a bit now and just having a look around the bike, and it's coped remarkably well. Yeah, that's probably the most challenging off I've had yet, and quite a decent recovery, which is quite hard work, super sweaty from it. But yeah, just looking around the bike, it's done really well. So the hand guards have done their job, which is really nice. The bash plate's absolutely fine. That took the brunt of underneath. A few little scrapes, but nothing significant. Some of the decals are coming off, but that's absolutely fine. Moscow Moto pannier bags took a battering. They've got some scars on, but actually Moscow Moto say wear your scars with pride, and I think they look quite cool. Now they're looking a bit used, I like that. And around the other side, tyre, it couldn't cope with really slippery rock. That's the TKC 80, and it just couldn't cope with that slippery rock, unfortunately. And I'm not sure what tyres could really, but definitely a learning curve. Other pannier took a bit of a bashing as well, but that's what they're meant to do. They're designed for that. So I'll give it a wash down when I get home, and hopefully it should look pretty good. Everything's working well here. And then if you look here, the Touratech handguards actually work really nicely. They've done their job. They're not distorted, they're not sort of moved in any way, and they've protected everything they should protect. And even better, I know these levers were expensive and a bit of a pain to fit, but actually this one got bent up, not sure how, and it's absolutely fine, all recovered. So really pleased with that, really pleased with the way the bike's gone. It's interesting when we get to these more challenging scenarios, because we're a bit nervous about them, and then we go into them and we keep going, and I was quite on for that, but I hadn't walked it before. I hadn't sort of done a recce of that route, and I just thought I'd go for it, which was a bit silly perhaps, but in a way quite nice, because I think I've found a limit today which then I can work on for the future. I'm not sure what I needed to get up that, possibly a bit more momentum, a bit more confidence, just so I had the momentum to carry up the slippery rock. But, you know, I got to within 10 meters of the top and then, you know, couldn't go anywhere. So really chuffed with the bike. You know, the bike's done really well. Really chuffed that I've learned a lot today about recovery. I did have that ratchet strap in my bag. I've got a 4-meter ratchet strap. So if I couldn't have lifted the bike, if it was pointing downhill and it was really tough, then, you know, I'd have used that. But in the end, I didn't need to, which is good. So the learning points are, if you can't get up, turn the bike round on the ground and then go back downhill. And that was my get out on that. You know, a bit nervous going back down, but it was all fine. So thanks again for watching. Really appreciate your time. If you do like these videos, then it'd be great if you'd subscribe. And I'll see you on the next film. Happy riding, and go out and have your mini adventures. Cheers, guys.